Hello everyone, welcome to Bubble Foodex. I'm Yuhan. I'm from Taiwan and now living in Sydney. This week, I'm going to share with you my childhood comfort food, the Vermont Japanese-style chicken curry. When I was little, my mom always cooked Japanese-style chicken curry. One of the reasons is because Japanese curry is actually very popular in Taiwan. I think one part of the reason is because Japan used to colonize Taiwan for 50 years. And of course, Japanese food culture affects Taiwanese food a lot. I remember when I was little, my mom always liked to use these exact brands of curry cubes. This is Vermont, and my mom always choose this one. The exact one, the mild one. It tastes a bit sweet. The reason is because we are kids, so my mom won't choose the spicy one. When I grow up more, I told my mom, say, I want to try the spicy one, like at least mild, medium spicy. My mom said, your sibling, your sister and brother, they are still young. So I never actually tried the spicy one. When I came to Australia in 2017, I feel so excited when I see the exact same brand with a full range of different spiciness level. I try all of them, including extra hot, hot, medium hot. Surprisingly, I end up still feel I miss the sweet one, which is this one, the mild one. So I think that is the very exact moment I realized it is actually my comfort food. At the same time, I found a lot of different twists online to see how to level up the Japanese-style chicken curry. I tried almost all of them, like using coffee powder, add the tomato, add some beer, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot. Today, I'm going to share with you the final ultimate version that I found it is the best to take my mom's Japanese-style chicken curry to the next level. No matter whether you use the mild flavor or the spicy flavor. Let's get started. Okay, firstly, I'm going to introduce all the ingredients we need today, including the tips of selecting this ingredient. I'm going to categorize them into two categories. The first one is the essential categories, which means that you need all of them to cook this Japanese chicken curry. And for another category is the secret twist that I would like to share with you. For those secret twist category, if you cannot use all of them, it is fine. I'll talk about more details later on. For the most important ingredient in the first category is this, Japanese curry cubes. For these Japanese curry cubes, I use this one, mild one, is because this is my comfort food. My mom always used this flavor in the past, but you can choose whatever one you like mild one, extra hot one, medium hot one. They are all very good. Extra hot one is actually very hot. One of the important tips that when you use these kind of curry cubes is at least get two brands of it, because different brands curry cubes can taste a little bit different. This Vermont and S&B are all very popular and famous brand. Sometimes I also found some different brand in Daiso and I try them. They are quite good. As long as you mix more than two brands, it'll be good. If you're in Australia, you can get them in Coles and Woolworths. However, I highly recommend you to go to Asian supermarket to have a look, because most of the time, Asian supermarket is cheaper. Now, the second one, of course, we need chicken. In my recipe, I use chicken breast. The reason is because in Australia, chicken breast is very popular and it's actually more healthy because chicken breast comparing with chicken thigh or chicken drumsticks, it has higher protein and less fat. The only drawback for chicken breast is because it tastes a little bit dry, but no worries. In this recipe, I'm going to share with you my ultimate way to make it juicy. However, if you don't like chicken breast, feel free to use chicken thigh or chicken drumsticks. If you use chicken drumsticks, I recommend you to use the cold water to boil it until it is slightly boiled to clean those excessive blood or dirty substance from the bone. For the details of how to do it, you can refer to my previous recipe for herbs pork rib soups. The next one is we need onion. This is a medium one, so if you use the small one, you might need 2 of them. I recommend you using brown onion instead of purple one or the white one. The reason is because the brown onion has higher sugar content, which is the perfect option for mild reaction, which is essential for this delicious Japanese chicken curry later on. Next, we need carrot. For those who don't like the flavor or the aroma of the carrot, I think this Japanese chicken curry is likely to change your point of view to carrot. The reason is because we are going to stew it until very soft, and you can barely taste any strong aroma of carrot itself. The next one, very important, is we need some potato. So no matter what type of potato is fine. We are going to stew the chicken curry. Of course, we need water. We also need 5 ml of olive oil to stir fry everything. Now, we finished all the introduction for the first essential category. Now, I'm going to introduce you the secret twist in this Japanese chicken curry recipe. The first one is tomato. In this category, tomato is the most important one. This will be the one that I will say you cannot skip it at all. You can either use the fresh one or the canned tomato. For the canned tomato, you need to use the one that is not seasoned. Use the plain one instead. Personally, I like to use the fresh one, but this is just personal preference, so either of them is fine. The main function of tomato is to add the subtle sour aftertaste, which balance the sweetness or spiciness from the carrot cube. That's a reason why you cannot skip it. For the second secret twist is apple. As long as it is not green apple, no matter what type of apple is fine. The reason we add apple is because it adds also some subtle sourness but also sweetness to the curry. So I highly recommend you to add them into the curry. The third one is this, plain yogurt. No matter it's Greek style yogurt or Greek yogurt or whatever plain yogurt, as long as it is no sugar yogurt is fine. Don't choose the one that has sugar or any flavor in it. The role of this plain yogurt is a little bit similar to tomato. I will say if you don't have yogurt, you can skip it, but I highly recommend you to add this one. The reason is because we add this as the last step, which means that if you want a little bit more sour aftertaste to your chicken curry, you can use this plain yogurt to adjust the overall flavor of your curry. The last one is this, beer. If you don't want to use it, you can replace it with the same amount of water. However, if you are using spicy flavors carrot cube, highly recommend you using beer. No matter what brand's beer is fine, as long as it is normal, regular beer. The reason is because beer will add some special richness to the curry soup base. So it is highly recommend to you to try it. These 4 ingredients are my secret twist for this Japanese style chicken curry. If you want to skip beer, yogurt, it will be fine. But I highly recommend you don't skip tomato and apple, especially tomato. The last ingredient in this Japanese chicken curry is cut mushroom. Actually, in my mom's recipe, she didn't add any other veggie other than carrot, onion, and potato. The reason I add this cut mushroom is because I want more veggie in my curry. So it is more healthier. It's just personal preference. If you can't be bothered using any mushroom, you can also skip it. But I highly recommend you to use it. If you don't have cut mushroom, feel free to swap it into other type of mild flavor mushroom. Because if you add a strong flavor mushroom, it will change the taste of the chicken curry overall. If you use other type of mushroom, let me know what type of mushroom you add and how you feel about it. Now we have everything we need. Before we start to cook, I'm going to share with you a way to make chicken breast tender and juicy. There's a lot of different ways online sharing how to make chicken breast tender and juicy, like marinated with onion water or marinated with yogurt. However, this is one of the methods that I found is most effective, which is marinated in 5% of salt water. My formula of doing this is I will buy a box of chicken breast from Cool Curse or Woolworths. Usually there will be around 1.5 kilogram. And then I will have 500 ml of water and 25 grams of salt. Find a container that is around 2.3 liters or even larger so you can avoid the water overflow it. Now we are going to do it. Okay. Firstly, what we're going to do is to add the salt into it. Okay. So add the salt. And let's add 500 ml of water. It is very important to keep this ratio. It's 5%. I'll repeat it again, it's important. 5% of salt water. If you use more salt than this, the chicken breast will taste very salty. Just keep stirring it until the salt dissolves in the water. And now let's open the chicken breast. Let's put it into the bottle one by one. See, it's a perfect size of this container. If you use the container smaller than this, it's more likely the water will overflow. So get a bigger container. Marinate the chicken breast in the salt water for at least 2 to 3 hours. Personally, I like to soak it overnight because I think the result is more obvious. Okay, if you are using chicken thigh or chicken drumstick, you can skip this step. Now, everything is ready. Let's go to prepare other ingredients now. Before we start to cook, let's slice and cut all the ingredients. Slice onion into 0.2 and 0.3 thinner pieces. This will help with mild reaction later on. Roll cut the carrots into medium small chunks. This size ensures a good bite while allowing the carrot to soften quickly during the stewing process for Japanese chicken curry. Cut potato into medium-sized cubes around 2 to 3 centimeters. Dice tomato into small cubes. You can skip it if you use plain diced tomato can. Dice apple into small cubes as well, around 1 to 2 centimeters on each side. Cut mushroom into medium-sized chunks to retain the texture for a satisfying bite in the curry. Cut the chicken breast into medium-sized chunks around 2 to 3 centimeters each. Okay, everything has been prepared. We are now ready to cook. Before we start, I would like to remind you, the pot you use, make sure you use the bigger one instead of the smaller one. The reason is because this can avoid that where the water overflow to the pot when we stew it. This time I used the cast iron pot. It is because cast iron pot is good at keeping the water inside and keep the heat inside, and it is more efficient when we stew it. It's totally fine that you use this type of aluminum pot or stainless steel pot. Let's get started! Firstly, use medium-high heat to heat up the oil. Add the onion and sauté it patiently over medium to low heat until it turns brown. This mild reaction is crucial in creating the delicious flavor of this Japanese-style chicken curry. It will take around 15 minutes or even more. Saute gently to avoid burning the onion. If you are using a stainless steel pot or one with a lighter color, you might notice the bottom of the pan turning brown. Don't worry, this is exactly what we want. This brown beats cold fonts. It is the result of the Maillard reaction, and it will add the depth of flavor to our curry. Add carrot to stir fry it for 1 to 2 minutes to reduce stewing time. If you don't mind stewing the curry for a bit longer, you can skip this step and simply add the carrots before adding water. Add chicken breast and make sure to stir fry the chicken until all sides turn white. Add the cut mushrooms and continue stir frying it until the mushrooms shrinks and release a significant amount of water. At this stage, the pot may be already quite full, so gently stir and mix the cut mushroom with the other ingredients from time to time. Be careful not to break the cut mushroom. After a few minutes, you will notice the cut mushroom releasing their water, which will enhance the flavor of this Japanese curry. Add tomato and continue stir frying until they become very soft and start to break down into a paste. Tomato will release a lot of water as well. This is a key step to create a subtle sour aftertaste that balances the sweetness or spiciness of this Japanese curry. Add apple, potato, and beers. If you don't like beer, you can change it into same amount of water instead. Last is 500 ml of water. Put on a lid and bring it to boil over high heat. Then reduce to medium-small heat and stew it for 40 minutes. Now 40 minutes after, we have to open the lid. One of the key ways to make sure whether the curry is being stewed in long enough is to make sure whether the carrot become very soft. It's to take one of it and use spoon. If the carrot can be cut through easily with this kind of spoon, that means that the curry is stewed long enough. If you found it is still hard to cut it through, stew it for another 5 to 10 minutes. As you can see, the water level is start to go below the ingredients. Now we are going to add some hot water into it. In my recipe, we add 500 ml when we start to stir it. Now we have another 500 ml. However, every stove is different, so the amount of the water get evaporated is different. The key is to make sure that the hot water we add into the pot can cover all the ingredient again. It is not necessary to use up all of 500 ml of water. I use around 400 ml of water this time. Now we are going to bring it to boil with high heat again before we add the curry cubes. The amount of the curry cube that we need is probably around like this. So when you take it out, there are two sides of it. And we will need one side of Vermont one, this one. And we also need, so it also have fruit side. We need one of this and half of SMB's one. Because I want to keep Vermont as the main flavor. So most of the 80% of the curry cubes, I will use this one instead of SMB. But you can adjust it according to your personal preference. Before we add it into the pot, we are going to cut it into small pieces because this will help it to dissolve in the curry base quicker. We use this kind of butter knife and we just randomly cut it into the small pieces. You don't need to cut it in very beautiful way. The smaller it be, the quicker it can dissolve into the soup. And for the SMB one, we are not going to use all of it. As we mentioned just now, we are going to use two of them. So what we are going to do is cut them into half. And this half we are going to cut it into very small pieces because we are going to use it. Okay, it's ready now. Let's add it into the curry soup base. Okay, we bring the curry back to boil again. Turn it back to the small flame. And we are going to add curry cubes into it. Carefully stir it. Keep stirring it. Make sure the curry cubes dissolve into the curry soup base thoroughly. Sometimes I didn't do it properly, and I found the curry cube, part of the curry cube coated on the ingredients like this. And it tastes super salty when I had it. Make sure you don't accidentally break the potato or any other ingredient because they are very soft now. It looks like all curry cubes are dissolved. It's a time for you to taste whether this is the flavor that you like. If you want it to be more salty, you can add more curry cube. If you think it is a bit too salty, you can add a little bit of water into it. As the last step, we are going to add plain yogurt. As we mentioned before, this is not compulsory. You can skip it if you don't have it or you don't like it. This is to add some extra sourness to the curry. We add 2 tablespoons of it. 1 and 2. At this stage, you can use a smallest flame and then mix everything well, and it will be ready to serve. It's testing time now! The chicken curry is the best match with rice and udon noodle. Personally, I like to eat veggie, so I just quickly spoiled some broccoli just now to pair it up. It looks really nice. For the rice that you can use whatever type of rice, like basmati rice, multigrain rice, normal white rice, brown rice. As long as you are not using sticky rice, they are all good with this Japanese chicken curry. And udon noodle is also a perfect match with it. Let's dig in. Let's try the rice one. The first taste of it is sweet. Afterward, you will have a little bit of sourness aftertaste to balance the sweetness. Because we caramelize the onions and the tomato, and we also add apple and plain yogurt. Oh, they are really good. And let's look at this carrot. It's super soft. You know, the aroma of the carrot is not strong anymore. When I was little, I don't really like the strong aroma of the carrot, but specifically, I like to eat the carrot in this Japanese chicken curry. The potato tastes creamy and soft. Let's try the chicken breast. Because we soak the chicken breast in the 5% salt water for overnight, so the chicken breast is not dry at all. Instead, it's very tasty. Okay. Let's try the udon noodle as well. It's really a perfect match. because we cut the, see, this is the mushroom. We cut it into big chunks, so even it shrink a lot because the water all release out, we can still have a good bite with it. When I was studying in the law school here, I am very busy with reading every day. I always like to cook a big pot of Japanese chicken curry, and it will last me for several meals in the next few days. It is a very convenient meal, and it's very suitable to make it a lunchbox. And for this flavor, if you have kids at home, I do believe that they will definitely like it. I hope you and your family enjoy this Japanese chicken curry. Let me know whether you prefer the mild flavor or the spicy flavor. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.